do need to be quite strong to do it. So one of the ways to develop strength to do it is to do all the cable machines and build up your conditioning and your strength. Once you've done that and you start working on chin-ups, you can use a band, because a band will help you with the chin-up, right? There's other ways to do it as well, which we're going to cover, but the first way, the band will take away some of your weight and allow you to work on your form and your technique. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to do first of all is Ali's going to come up. Just to go through position, you don't want to have your hands too wide. Right? A lot of people do chin-ups with their hands very wide. The problem with that is when you're pulling yourself apart, because you want to be pulling up. So you can bring your hands in a bit more. Right? Now as she pulls, she's pulling it straight up. That's the position you want to go upwards, right? You don't want to be pulling, so if you come down again and go wide, you don't want to be pulling it apart, right? It puts a lot of pressure on the shoulders, right? Okay, so for us, pull-ups want to be coming the direction up, right? So from here, you can have a normal palm facing grip, and you can also have a palm facing in grip, right? Okay, that's another grip we use as well. That's quite good for martial arts because it's developing a lot more elbow and hip and rib connection, right? Okay, so now the key, the band takes away some of the pressure. What Ali's going to do is she's going to lift her toe up and straighten her leg. So when she pulls, she's going to pull her transverse tight, right? And that's going to help stabilize your abdominal area, and that's going to help stabilize your lower back, right? When you pull, you really want to get a good stretch first, and you're going to pull using your lats and pack your shoulders as you pull. You don't want to pull from the shoulder joint. You want to pull from the lower part of the back. There's the upper part of the back here, below the shoulder, right? So you're just going to squeeze your lats, tense the abdominal, pull the transverse in, so you pull your navel in, and just slightly point the toes to get that connection. Okay, relax, good. So that's the basic pull-up with the band, okay? Once you can do 10 pull-ups with the band, and you can do, say, 4 sets, then it's time to do it without the band, right? And try to do some without the band. But I will always, even now, still do it with the band as well, because the band is a good way to warm up, it's a good way to do some reps, and then once you can do 10 reps without the band, you can aim to do 4 sets of 10. That's a good standard that you want, right? Consistency is the key. Doing just a few pull-ups is not really giving you good conditioning, right? You are training some strength, but probably if you can only do a couple of pull-ups, you're probably not strong enough to do them really well, right? So until you can do 10 with the band, I wouldn't suggest doing them without the band. What you can do is develop some tensile strength exercises, right? So you can do this with the band to help you up, okay? You can do it without the band. This one, if we got that. What she's going to do is she's going to pull up and hold position. So if you didn't have a band, you can kind of just jump off the ground a little bit, pull yourself up, so you can pulse up, hold position. So just go up and hold. You're going to hold, and you can count to 10, right? And that's going to train all the connective tissue, the tendon strength, and build up a lot of tensile strength. And then you can lower down very slow. Okay, so up again, and hold. So you're training to be strong at the end position, which is a packed position, which is a position where you can hold a position a little bit easier than halfway up and down, and then relax, just have a rest. So that's one way to train the tensile strength. Another thing you can do to increase your pull-up and to increase your efficiency is do negative reps. Okay, because with a negative rep you can jump yourself up or use the band to get up and come down slow, right? And that way you actually can do more reps than you can do if you're just firing straight up to start with, right? So from here, if you come up, so Ali's going to jump up or use the band to get up. And she's going to come down nice and slow. She's going to come down over 2 to 5 seconds, right? That's a bit fast, right? Up. Slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then up. And normally you jump off the ground a little bit to get up. She's got to bandage herself, but it's still going to be quite tough because the band is only going to give her, say, 50% less weight. If you jump up, you're jumping up with no weight. You just, so from here, she needs the bench, just jump up. Is it? Yeah, just jump up. So jump up and you come down slow. That's it. And relax. Good. So you can see that's a tough exercise, but it's easier to do negative reps than it is to do normal reps. If you couldn't do 5 to 10 pull-ups, you could do 5 negative reps, no problem. Okay, so that's a way again to start training the muscles that you're using for pull-ups. So you've got your band, you've got your transverse that you want to control, point your toes. If you do it without the band for a second, just to show that, you're going to do both feet together. So Ali's going to toes up, she's going to squeeze the transverse, bring her feet up a little bit, and come down, a little more. And And that stops you from swinging around, because you don't want to swing when you do pull-up. You want to just pull straight up and be very strict. Some of the common mistakes people make is when they pull up, they bunch their muscles and try to pull up, and they bow their back. Then all you're doing is developing your back in a bent shape, which is actually what you don't want. You want the spine to be in its natural neutral position, which we say people call a straight back, which is just a neutral back with natural curvature in the back. You don't want to deform that position of your back. Okay, so it's very important. Excellent. It's very important that you actually focus on the back being neutral, the muscles being like a wet towel, and the muscles are drawing you up, and the spine isn't distorted from the pull-up.